All right. I think, yeah, we're recording. Hey, Tam, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. We've got Tam Unleashed, which is her Instagram handle, on the podcast today. She's an amazing shredder out of the UK. I've been following her progression for so long now and all the amazing things that you do. I just wanted to get straight into it, Tam. How did you get into mountain bikes?
Um, it's actually kind of a funny story. During lockdown, I started working for Amazon
Okay.
and I met a guy there. We started dating and he put this, no, no. So he had this bike in his living room and I was just like, well, I didn't really get why you've got this bike. Like, you don't commute to work on it. Like, what's the story? And then he was just like, oh, it's like called mountain bike. And I was like, okay, tell me more. And he puts this Brendan Semenuk edit on. It's called Unreal. It's like the one
Okay.
when comes out of the truck and then he goes all
Yeah.
flowy and then switches to bikes. And I was just like, oh my God, like I want to do that. Like I didn't think I'd be able to like do the jumps, but I was just like, that's vibes. Like, I need this in my life. So
Yeah.
so I went out and bought myself my first hardtail.
You
And
started on a hardtail. You are brave.
and it was a 29er. I didn't even know the difference between 29er or hardtail, full suspension. I just watched loads of videos and I
Yep.
thought, you know what? This is the bike I need. And it wasn't.
No.
it was it was not the bike I needed. So yeah, then
That's how you got
after
into it.
yeah, that was it.
No, sorry. So then, okay. So you went from a hardtail. How long were you on that hardtail before you went to a full squish?
Not a huge amount of time, maybe like 2 months,
That's
3.
that's amazing. That's like the quickest ever that I've
Yeah.
heard. I think it took me about a year to go from a hardtail to a full squish. The second you sit on that full squish, you're like, "Yep, that's it. No more hardtail for me."
Yeah, I did want a full suspension as well, and with COVID at the time, you just couldn't get one. So
Yeah.
first one I've seen in my size that went on sale, I was like, I'm on it. So I think I drove like 2 or 3 hours to get there. I got there around like 10 o'clock, and I got back home like 1 in the morning or something.
Oh my god. How
And
long
then
of
the
a
next,
what?
yeah, I don't know. I went quite far. It was quite far north. And then the next morning I had work, so I was just like, oh, it's absolutely shattered, but totally worth it for the bike.
Do you still have that bike?
No, no.
Oh yeah.
It was my we called it the Tangerine Dream because it was just an orange. I think it was a GT Stance 2, maybe
Okay. Okay.
27. Yeah. Yeah, it
Okay.
had two by I think it was 2x10 gears on it, so I had to convert it to a single
Yeah.
1x10.
Yeah. No, I
So
get that. Um,
yeah,
so you started on a GT. That was your first full squish.
yeah.
That was what, 3, 4 years ago then, if you're saying it was during COVID?
Uh, yeah, I think so. About 3 years ago, roughly. Yeah,
What?
yeah,
You have a few bikes right
yeah.
now, right? Are you riding
Yeah.
for like a brand? Like, how's that going?
So I just signed with Polygon. This is going to be my second year with them. So I'm super
Yay!
excited. So I've got a trail bike from them. I
Uh-huh.
just got my slopestyle bike through them, and I should be getting
Nice.
an e-bike come through soon. So excited for
Oh,
that. I've
they have
I've
some
not
good
really ridden
stuff.
one. Yeah.
Wait, you've never ridden an e-bike yet?
Only like very like when someone's like, "Oh, have a go on this," and then you just do one lap, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that was amazing." That's
Yeah.
it. I've not really like taken one out, and I was like, whole day, whole week, whatever. So yeah,
Oh my God.
it's gonna be insane.
I'm telling you, it's gonna ruin you. It ruined me for the better. Like it totally ruined me. I
Yeah.
only mainly ride an e-bike now.
Oh wow.
I
Yeah.
love when I do downhill, I have my downhill rig, my big
Mm.
160, 155 bike. But like when
Oh
I'm
nice.
just if I have to pedal, I'm on an e-bike all day long.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, it's gonna ruin you.
Yeah, all my bikes are single speed, so I don't pedal anywhere.
Yeah, I figured. You're a downhill gal.
Yeah, yeah, uplift or nothing. So
So you're on a yeah, uplift or nothing. I love that. I'm gonna steal that tagline.
yeah, yeah.
So Polygon, what is the bike that you're on? What's the travel on that baby? Maybe we should do a bike check too.
Oh yeah, can do. I mean, my current bike that I've been riding, the T8, is
Mm-hmm.
a trail bike. It's on the longest sort of travel of trail bikes because it's a 150 at the front and 140 in the rear.
Okay.
Uh, this bike from Polygon comes in two wheel sizes, so you can either have a 27.5 or a 29er.
Oh,
It
that's
goes up to the
cool.
medium. So
Yeah.
if you're a large or extra large, you only get 29er option. But if you medium, you get both. If you're small, you
Uh-huh.
get the 27.
Yep.
And I opted for 27. I have swapped my rear wheel out to 26. I'm running a mini mullet at the minute.
What?
I don't recommend it for downhilling because it is just ridiculous.
We need
It's
to see
not.
video of that.
Yeah, like not like if you're doing any kind of tech stuff, it's just not the bike for it. It's just literally just you just bouncing off stuff, and it's not it. But
That's
for anything
awesome.
else, it's really good for jumps. Um, and when you have it in the 27 version, it's really good for like doing anything on it. I took it to like the Alps and Dovey, which is like in England one of the gnarliest parks.
Ooh.
So
And
it's been
it
good.
performed pretty well. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna quickly share the screen here for those who are watching us on YouTube or I think Spotify now you can watch stuff. But
Ooh.
you have a let me put it up right here on your Instagram. I think I found the post. This purple monster right here.
Oh, that's it. That's her.
This is
Yeah,
the one you're talking about, right?
yeah.
Oh my God, what a beautiful bike. Look at all the custom stuff you have on there.
Yeah. So
That's
I had
amazing.
the top caps on it like anodized pink because I had some other stuff I sent off to get anodized. So I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna like take this off and just throw it in there, and it just looks so good on the bike.
This is amazing.
Oh
Look
yeah, and the
at
moustache.
yeah, ash on there. That's why I was laughing. Does that seriously stay on when you ride the bike?
Yeah, it's been basically on since I've had the bike. We went to a stag do, and me being a girl on a stag do, I thought, well, I'm going to fit in, and I thought I'll put a mustache on, but I didn't want to put it on my face. So I thought I'll put it on the bike, and then, yeah, since then it just
Oh,
stuck on the bike, and it's great.
I just I just love watching you ride because like it's amazing the athleticism you have whereby you've been riding for 3 years and look at this. Like you're just clearing gnarly lips and jumps. Oh my God, girl. This is amazing. Do you
Oh, thank
race at
you.
all?
No, I'm not into racing. I don't. That's not
Okay.
really my cup of tea.
Fair
Um,
enough.
I mean, I might try this year. We
Look
we
at
we
that.
never know.
Dude, you are amazing. I recognize these places where you ride because I watch a lot of Sam Pilgrim stuff, and I think you guys are
Oh
close
yeah,
by, right?
yeah. I think so. He's got his like trails he's building there, like his slope style line.
Oh,
That looks gnarly.
congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
I haven't got my ring on at the minute because with bikes and stuff, I always forget.
Oh
So we're
yeah.
gonna get it tattooed actually. So
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
it's
Just
always
switching
on.
gears real quick. What is this? This Unbound Fest.
Oh,
What's going on there?
So me and a couple of friends got together and we are like, we want to do a festival for women, help women get into mountain biking, or if they're already into mountain biking, it's good for networking. And we wanted to do some like coaching on there as well, and just like invite as many pro riders as we can, do some like campfire chats, like basically like a live podcast kind of thing,
Uh-huh.
just get girls together and shred. And because I know some girls get intimidated if they go to a bike park and it's just all dudes, and it's like,
Yep.
oh. So we thought, want to do like a weekend of it when it's just girls supporting girls, and you get the session with girls. And yeah, it's just
That's
uh,
amazing.
Yeah, so we also want to do some like maintenance stuff as well. So if anyone wants to know how to, I don't know, tubeless their wheel or how to set up some gears and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
we wanna like teach the girls as well how to do stuff. And our tickets actually have gone live today, as in like I
Oh,
think
that's
it was Friday
perfect.
23rd. Yeah, literally at 6 o'clock that we went live and we launched it. So yeah, super excited. So if anyone wants tickets and they're in the UK, they're live now. And yeah, it's gonna be amazing. So we've got loads of brands come in, and yeah,
Oh,
so
that's so
we're
sick. Let
super
us know how
stoked.
we can help too. I mean, I know I'm trying to make this global, so it's for everyone around the
Yeah,
world. Like it's not exclusive to the US. So I think
yeah.
I posted it on our website already, on the events page. But I'd love to do like a post about it as well. Just tell us how we can share it and spread the word. Like happy to do anything for
Oh
that.
yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll after the podcast, I'll let you know how to do
Yeah,
it.
that sounds awesome.
And also what we planned, I think, is even better. Well, I think it's even better because we have registered as a charity. Well, it's like a
Nice.
CIC. I'm not really sure what that means, but it's basically a charity. So once all the tickets and like any money that we make after like
Hmm.
overheads, we can then recycle it back into the community. So if we see some
Oh,
shredders out there and they need some support or something like that, we can use that fund to then go back to the community. So we
that's
planning to
amazing.
do a lot of stuff. So we're really,
That's
really stoked.
amazing. That really is amazing because you are empowering other women out there where you are. I just found the page right here with the
Yes, that's
schedule. So the
yeah.
Friday you've got, well, bar opens at 5. I'll be there at 5, but let's
Yeah.
see. I mean, I'm Australian, so we drink a lot, like you guys over there. Saturday you got yoga, maintenance workshops, skills coaching. This is so freaking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Campfire
can't wait.
music. This is so cool. Man, I wish I could come to this.
I mean,
Yoga
we would be
events.
so stoked if you did, because it is, yeah. It's in May 17th to the 19th.
I'm gonna have to
It's
look
the
at my
whole weekend.
schedule. We have some stuff. I don't think I have anything in May, but let me look at my schedule. I will be in Europe in April though. But my dad lives in the UK, so maybe I can go crash with him.
Ooh.
Well, I don't know. He lives in no, he's in London. That's isn't in close to London, is it?
It's kind of like a couple of hours roughly, but it's
Oh.
camping anyway, so
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let me see what I can figure out.
yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. So, okay, we talked about what bikes do you have? Well, actually, let me backtrack here. You build some amazing bikes. Like I've seen you build bikes. You know what you're doing when it comes to building bikes. How many do you have now? How many bikes do you have now?
Oh, hold on.
Okay, that's a good pause. When someone pauses to
Uh,
count.
I think when the e-bike gets here, it's going to be 6.
That's awesome. Are they all Polygon bikes?
No, so I've got so there would be 3 Polygon um when the e-bike is here. And I've got
Nice.
a Canyon 720, which is a jump bike. I've
Ooh.
got a really weird one, right? Ready for this? It's a custom bike. I haven't shown it off anywhere on my social media because I kind of just forget about it because
Yeah.
it's almost like it doesn't exist. I've got a Salsa Mark 1 fat bike. And
What?
it's custom pink. And I always just
Do
forget
you
about
ever
it.
ride it?
No.
You should totally do. I mean, you probably can't now, but I want to see that bike. Send it to me offline. I want to see that thing.
I will probably do a post with it or something because I've got to rebuild it because I keep taking parts off it. So at the minute, I think it
Yeah.
hasn't got a chain, rear derailleur, or a disc brake on it.
Yeah.
It's literally my bike that I just use for parts. So
Oh man. Well, hold on.
yeah,
I'm looking at a pink fork over here. What is the deal with that beauty? Because I'm a big fan of pink myself. So
yeah, same.
yeah.
Always.
I got my case right here.
Oh, lush.
Let's change everything to pink in here now that we're talking about it. But go ahead.
Yeah. And then after that, so that links into the next bike. I've been building this Santa Cruz Nomad for a while. So remember the frames when they were like the green and pink?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is my bike, but I've sprayed it. Well, I didn't personally spray it. Tony did. Sprayed it matte black with the same pink that my forks are as decals, but they're like shiny. So it's a matte and shiny pink. Like, yeah, it just
That's
looks really, really
awesome.
good. But and that was most of my anodizing stuff for. I've anodized like brakes, bottom bracket. Oh God, like loads of stuff. I anodized loads of stuff for that bike, and everyone keep like at my local, everyone's like, "So when are you building this bike? Like when are you like?" It's been ongoing for about 2 years. So
Yeah. I mean, I think your bike in it of itself needs an Instagram at that point, I think. So everyone needs to
yeah,
follow the progression of that thing.
yeah. Yeah, so I'm hoping to still build that bike, just to build it, so it's like at
Yeah.
least all in one piece rather than just like all over the place, because it's just like boxes and boxes of bike parts at the minute.
Oh, what a problem to have. Boxes of bike parts everywhere. I wish I had that too.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I tried getting Juliana came out with a pink bike. They're a Santa
Ooh.
Cruz, Juliana,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah,
I
yeah,
got my
yeah.
wife's bike back here that we just built for her. I wanted that pink frame so bad. It is sold out everywhere. No
Oh,
one's got it. I'm really bummed. I was gonna steal one
oh.
from the Santa Cruz factory when I was there a few weeks ago, but they knew how much I wanted it. I would have gone to jail for it. But anyway, it was not gonna be good. But pink, I
Oh,
just think it's cool. Like it's different, I love that
yeah,
thing.
I do. I
Um,
mean, like I'm planning to maybe have at least one pink frame.
yeah, I
One
think you
one of my
need to.
bikes, I want pink.
I think the whole thing, I think you need an all pink bike,
Hmm. Yeah.
everything pink, including the pedals and the
Oh yeah,
chain.
pedals. Oh, hmm.
I
I
don't know
have
how we could do
found
that.
KMC did do a pink and black chain that I have got for this Santa Cruz,
Hmm.
um, which is pretty nice. It looks really
Yeah.
nice. Pedals, a lot of composite ones you can get in pink, but I have
Yeah.
actually got a set anodized as well, pink. So, but I haven't
Do
put them
you,
back together.
do you ride clipless or flats?
Flats
Okay.
always.
Yeah, I'm a big flat person too because I just feel like I'm gonna die if I
Yeah.
ride clipped. But I'm getting ready to try out these pedals by Magped and they have a pink one.
Okay.
They have a pink pedal, so I wasn't sure
Oh,
if maybe that's
nice.
something you might want to try. I've never tried it, but apparently they're supposed to be super easy they're flat with a magnet on them, super easy to like get your foot off.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll try it, let you know how it goes.
Yeah,
But they
let me
have a
know.
pink one.
I only ever tried clips on a gravel bike before, and it didn't go well.
Yeah, I hear
Let's
you
just put
there.
it that way. It didn't go particularly well, so I went back to flats on that.
So I want to talk about this clip that you did the other day. We were talking about this a second ago off screen, but it's I was really impressed with this one. It was this.
Oh, yeah.
Was it your partner towing you in here or a
And
riding
no,
buddy?
so this guy James, he was just happened to be sessioning Enter the Dragon while I was trying to sort of roll in to do this the next feature, and I was like, right, that is the speed. I feel like this is the speed, and he just offered to tow me in, and I was like, okay. But like even
Girl.
if someone is offering to tow you in, and you're like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Like I
Yeah.
just didn't think, because I knew it
Those were
was going to be
some big hits.
fast. Yeah.
Tam, those were some big freaking hits.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry, I didn't
uh,
mean to cut you off. So you were saying you knew it was
yeah.
going to
No,
be fast.
I knew it was going to be fast, but I didn't know how fast. And then you got to hit the jumps, and it's just like I was so glad I cased it, because I was like, I need to pull out, and I didn't know if I was going to have enough time to pull out, like my brain to process the.
Well, I heard you.
So
I heard this and I was like, dang, girl, you have nothing but adrenaline going on in your head.
Yeah. It's
That's
funny
amazing.
because this is the first time I've got it on video and I'm just like sitting up at the rolling and like someone is asking me like, are you ready? And I'm like, no, but let's just do it. Because
Are you
there's
ever ready?
no. But like that's how I always do stuff. Like whenever I hit big stuff to like the first time, I'm
Yeah.
just like, people are like, are you ready? And I'm like, "Mm." And they're like, let's go, okay. And I just like pedal away and I'm just like, oh.
I think that
So a
just
lot
shows your level of confidence, though.
or they're crazy, I don't know.
Look at
Yeah.
that. Those are like so okay. Have you did you do any other sports before mountain biking? Because you're naturally athletic, like you're a natural athlete. Did you
So I
do
had
anything else?
horses. I
Okay.
don't recommend horses. They're more expensive than bikes. I know it's hard to believe, but they are actually more expensive than bikes. And you gotta like look after them every day. And don't get me wrong, at the time I loved it, but
Yeah.
yeah, they
Yeah, no.
after the second time I broke my arm, I just thought probably I shouldn't carry on with this.
Wait, you broke
Uh,
your arm? You fell off a horse a couple times?
yeah, more
Oh
than a
no.
couple of times. I had a few different injuries. Like I've done something to my back. So now, like occasionally, my pelvis kind of rotates in a funny way. So like I've
Girl.
noticed. So I didn't have it treated for like 8 years, and I started walking like a crab, like sort of sideways. And then eventually I had it looked at, and then like an osteopath kind of popped it back into place. But it took like 2 years to get it back to to normal. And I don't know if you could see it. I've got this.
Yeah, I saw that one of your photos a
Yeah,
while ago.
and
That's a
like on the
gnarly
other side as
scar.
well. So that's my two times. So I only ever broke two bones in my body, but I've done it 3 times. So
The same bone 3
yeah,
times?
yeah. So
Oh my God.
I still got a metal plate just up here, but I broke it underneath the plate. So like where the first screw goes, I just broke it on there. That was my most recent one, like 2022.
And was
Yeah,
that horse
2022.
riding?
That was my 30th birthday ride on a bike.
On a bike. Oh no. How long did
Yeah.
it take for you to come back from that?
So this is a funny story. It's not
Okay,
really
let's
a
hear
funny
it.
story. It's kind of like a just, we say funny story in England to say like, get ready. There's some coming, you know?
Yep.
So I was out for 3 months because I wasn't allowed any more surgery because of all the scar tissue and everything. They just said you're not allowed it. So I was out for 3 months, and then finally I get the go ahead to go ride my bike. I rode it one day at a pump track, and then next week I was in for skin cancer surgery. So that meant I had an incision on my back, and I had an incision like here that I don't know what they call it, some kind of biopsy, lobe
Dang.
sentinel node biopsy. So I was off for
Okay.
another sort of, I was supposed to be off for another sort of 8 weeks. And then I completely forgot I booked this. When Revolution Bike Park was still open, they did a ladies' day there called Project Evolve.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was about 6 weeks, no, not even 6 weeks, 4 weeks post operation, a week after they took out my staples. And I thought, well, I already got my ticket, I might as well go. So I was just riding. I didn't do jumps or anything, and I had to be really careful. I think I only done 4 runs because my arm started swelling up, and I had to like just take it easy and let the
Yeah.
fluids just. But
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah,
Girl, that's insane. Okay, so
yeah.
then follow-up question. How do you mentally overcome some of these so that you can do those amazing jumps that you do? Because that's a huge block for a lot of people, right? Like coming back from an injury and then being like, hey, yeah, I don't want to do that. I know I'm capable of doing it, but I don't want to do it. How do you prepare yourself for that?
Um, I think the way I do it is I kind of just ride a lot of stuff that I know is it's in my capability, and then I'm just like, okay, I'll try something a little bit bigger, or
Yeah.
say like I know some people got this thing about gaps, you know, like they you look at a gap and you're like, oh, that looks gnarly, but you've done a table way bigger, right? And it's just
Yeah, I
like,
see
well,
that. I could see that.
yeah. So the way I sort of do it is I'm like, well, I compare it, like, have I done this like somewhere else that is like similar to this?
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, okay, well, that was fine. I mean, like, you can't really compare two jumps because obviously the angles are going to be different and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I usually take a look from the side and be like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that kind of looks all right. You know, it's mellow or you know
Yeah.
whatever. And then the other thing I usually do is sort of watch people at the same similar sort of level as I am riding it.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if
Yeah.
you see someone who's lower level riding than you are riding it, you're like, okay, so if they can do it, surely I'll be able to do it as well.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of way I just sort of judge it. I'm just like kind of looking at it and hoping for the best, really.
Yeah.
But I just kind of have like belief in my ability that it'd be okay.
That's awesome. But that's good though. That's
To
no, but that's the point, right? It's like you have to go back to that exactly what you said, the belief that you have the skill to do it because you've done it before. So that's the hard part. I had a little bit of a crazy fall about 2 months ago in a really steep loose section, and
oh,
that's been in my head for like 2 months. It's horrible because it's literally sand, so my tire just got stuck and washed out. Like
mm,
that's all that happened. But when I was riding in Santa Cruz, there were some really steep sections and I got so scared, dude. Like I don't know. I got in my head and my wife is like, "You've done gnarlier things than this. Like what's going on? It's okay. Just get back on the bike." And I'm seriously like I'm like throwing the bike because it's so steep you can't even walk, right? It's easier
oh,
to ride than it is to walk. So I'm like, "No, I'm not going to do it." And then the next section I stopped and I'm like, "No, stop it. You can't do this. Just this is within your wheelhouse. Just do it." And I did, and I felt so much better. So I think you're right in that point of like logically stopping and psyching yourself up and saying, I could do this. I've done it before. Like, you got this is the way to go
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely despise tech. I'm just like, mm-mm. And loose sand is literally my worst nightmare because that's how I broke my arm. It wasn't even like anything gnarly. It was just my front wheel just washed out. And then the
Yeah, no, I
way
get it.
it landed, it just snapped because it's already weak. And that I still have occasional anxiety attacks when it comes to that sort of stuff. So like when I went to Bike Park Wales and done, I think it's like ACDC. So it starts off jumps, it's really cool, and then it goes into the woods, and then it's like proper tech. So
Yeah.
what happened was I think I stopped on something because I didn't have
Uh-huh.
enough speed to go over it, and that kind of just put me into this shock that I was just like, you know, when you can't breathe, and my partner had to be like, you
Yep.
just breathe, like just take a deep
Yep.
breath, you'll be fine. And then I was like, I got back on the bike, and then I blew my shock out. So
Oh no.
so it didn't go to plan, but I didn't have to ride the gnarly stuff, so that was good
You
because I could just
did.
walk it. But since then, I've been pushing myself. So we went to France, and was it? Yeah, it was France, so the Alps, and there was some really
Amazing.
like
No
the
big deal.
first
Just going
day.
to the Alps.
First day, we just rode the gnarliest stuff ever, and then basically, I kind of went into this panic moment that I was like, I don't know if I can do this, and I started crying. And because my
No.
depth perception is gone now, I
Yeah.
started riding faster and better because I couldn't see what I was riding.
That's awesome though. What are you talking about? It's so good. I
And
want
by the
that.
end of the trail, I was just like, okay, that wasn't so bad. And that kind of gave me the confidence for the rest of the week to be like, so if I could survive that, hopefully it'll be all right.
Well, I
So
mean, to you, it's about perspective too, because to you, you think tech is gnarly. To me, I think those jumps are gnarly. Like,
mm,
would love to be able to do that stuff. And it's not that I don't think I can. I just have this panic freak out that like I'm gonna overshot it or I'm gonna go over the
yeah,
handlebars or my feet are gonna slip off. I'd rather tech, to be honest. But I
yeah.
think it's because I'm just jealous that I don't have the confidence to do jumps like you do.
I just think tech is just so hectic. I always think that, you know, you're just going down, bumping down, and then like you know, it might not be you or someone. It could be just something, just like a stone just rolled in front of you, and then it takes you out. But when you do jumps, I always just think it's more control, because
Oh,
you're coming
yeah.
in, you're up, you're down, and then you pump it, get to the next one, and you got you can always brake check. So for me, I always feel safer on the
Huh.
jumps, because I'm like I'm in more control of what I'm doing than if I'm just like so
That's a
that's
good
why.
point. I had not thought about it like that, actually. Yeah, now I'm going to go into a new perspective now on this trip that I have coming up. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, well, we're going to Sedona, so it's a big techie
Ooh.
place. But when we do flow again, I'm gonna try and be a little bit more gutsy with the little jumps.
Yeah. Actually, the other thing is funny with jumps is the bigger ones are actually I think they're easier than the small ones, because with the small ones it's so hectic. It's like, if you do like a small tabletop and you're like, what? It's just
Yeah.
so fast. But if you do a big
Yep.
one, it's like, ooh. I know it's gnarlier because you're up in the air longer, but you have more time to think like, oh, okay, so I'm up in the air. That's my
Yeah.
landing. I want to go
Yeah.
in there, sort of thing. Like, I'm still not very good at the pull back situation, because you're supposed to, when you see dirt jumpers go up and then they go down. I'm not very good at
Hmm.
that. I'm still just sort of doing that, but I want to learn how to because you go up, pull back, and then go in. So
Yeah.
that's
I
my
like
thing that
that.
I'm trying to learn. Yeah.
I like
So
that
I could
bunny
go
hop.
higher, and
Yeah.
then yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
hard.
then
I mean, it's practice, right? I'm sure you're going to be able to do it. I mean, watching you ride, it's insane.
eventually.
Like, to me, you look like you're already doing that. So I don't know what you're talking about over there.
Oh, thank you.
So you do have this new little dirt jumper. Let me share the
Oh
screen again.
yeah.
I love how you did this. Hold on. All right, people, stand by. Sharing screen one more time to Tam's Instagram. Let's do this right here.
Oh.
The timing on this has to be so perfect. I'm so impressed with how you could do that. How is that thing? Do you like it?
Yeah, yeah.
Your little
I
dirt
rode
jumper?
it. Yeah, yeah. So it's a full suspension one. I've tried just the hardtail, and I just didn't get on with it. So yeah.
Love it. I love it.
I rode it for the first time today, and I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah.
There's a few changes I want to make to it, like try maybe a slightly longer stem, maybe higher rise bars,
Mm,
shorter cranks, and then I'll swap my wheels when I get some. But yeah,
that
apart from that,
looks sick.
the paint job on it is amazing. I will try and upload some photos, but it's like sparkly. It's like, oh, the polygon
Really?
paint jobs are just so good. Like, I don't know if you've
Yeah, that's
seen one up
awesome.
front, but they're just the paint jobs are amazing.
Um,
So,
we're gonna be we're gonna be getting some to demo, so I'm curious to get some. Which one would you recommend?
well, I really like the T8 that I ride. I think
Hmm.
that's a really good all-around bike. Like, when I had the only one bike to ride, that was my everything bike. I could ride it at the jumps. I could ride it at the gnarliest places, as far as I go
Yeah,
gnarly.
yeah,
But I took that to the Alps, so it was fine. It was really good. Yeah,
that's
survived.
awesome.
I survived.
You survived.
So
I
yeah,
love the dirt jumper you have too with the suspension on there. I think that's such a cool it's called a Trid ZZ. I think that's I'm looking at it right now.
yeah, yeah.
That just looks sick too.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get a dirt jumper, I definitely recommend that
Yeah,
to
dirt
try,
jumper might
because
be amazing.
they're just so much better than a hardtail jump bike. Because, like, say you're going up the lip,
Hmm.
like you got the shock at the front, so that will compress, but the rest of it will stay up. So that will compress, but the rest is going like that. But
Yeah,
with
yeah,
this, everything compresses at the same time, and it just fits the lip better. So
that's
I just think
amazing.
it feels better.
Maybe that's the one that's going to give me the confidence to learn to jump.
I mean, for me, I sure like felt better on this full suspension jump bike than I ever did on a normal jump bike.
Wow, well that's good. That's saying something. I like that.
Mm.
What do you have coming up this summer? Do you have any trips, any places you want to ride, anything on the bucket list that you're crossing off?
Oh, I want to go back to the Alps. I think we're planning it. I'm not sure when, but
Mm-hmm.
we want to do it.
Yeah.
So obviously got the festival in the
Yes.
spring.
Unbound.
I've got a few lines I want to ride in England. Like I want to finish that line that I've started, Enter the Dragon. I want to finish that. There's another one in England. There's like a really big one called Full Moto at Dirt Farm. That's like some big fast jumps. Wanna do that as well. I don't know what else is there. But yeah,
I mean, go ahead.
Just jumps, yeah.
Just jumps.
Just jumps.
That in of itself is a lot. Like, I don't think some people understand how challenging it is to just practice and session one thing over and over again, especially if you're in your head and you're trying to accomplish it. So
Yeah.
I think that, how long is that Enter the Dragon one that you started? Is it full of jumps like that the whole way down?
Oh, so you got that little gap, and then you got 2 shark fins, 2 big tables.
No big deal.
2 step downs, and then like a racer, a big table, and I think it goes around the corner, and I think there's one more table or 2. I haven't looked at all of it.
Well,
So
then I'm looking
that's it.
forward to seeing you do the entire thing this summer. I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I am. And then they've got another trail opening back up. It's called the A470 line at Bike Park Wells. So it's been shut for a long time.
Okay.
But they're rebuilding it, so there's going to be jumps from top to bottom. So excited for that too.
That's pretty cool. Do you basically just live to ride? Not that there's anything wrong with that, because I do the same thing. But is that like your passion?
Yeah, so like I currently get like 1 day off a week, and that's it. That's my day that I'm going riding. And then once my holiday renews, then hopefully I'll take some holiday days and then just like ride a bit more. But yeah, I want to go a few more bike parks this year as well. So we'll see.
Awesome. What do you want to do with your e-bike with the new Polygon that you're getting? Is there like any plans you want on that? Are you going to try and hit it at parks?
Potentially, yeah. I want to ride it first, but because I haven't really done pedaling, we haven't really. I don't know if we've got much pedaling around locally, but I just thought, well, it'd be good to sort of try go out there a bit more, get some time on the bike, pedal it, ride some other stuff rather than just jumps all the time.
Yeah.
And also for content, I thought it's better to be able to just be out there, and if it's bad weather and you can't do jumps, it's just cool to go for a cross country ride. You didn't hear me say that, but
that sounded like it hurt when you said that.
it does. Yeah.
I mean, the last time I was in the UK, I was so surprised at how flat it is. So no wonder there's a lot of cross country there. Because I thought, like, I was telling my wife, I'm like, I'd love to live here. It's beautiful. I think it would be great. And she's like, but we're mountain bikers. And I'm like, well, there are people here that mountain bike. We just have to like go to a spot where there's a mountain biking.
Yeah.
She thought it was too flat, But she likes cross country. I don't understand what her problem is.
I mean,
she likes to pedal, dude. I gave her 2 options. I was like, okay, either we get you like a park bike or a bike with higher travel, because she has a super low travel bike. She's got a 120, 130. So we get you like a 160, or we can get you an e-bike. And then that way, like, we can do some of the gnarlier stuff and you can just lap with me. And she chose the pedally enduro bike. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I mean, she's like, I love pedaling. I enjoy pedaling. I'm like, okay, that's sweet. That's cool.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. I'm quite like me and my fiance are both like, yeah, just uplifts or push up. It's just, he's quite funny because he's just against pedaling. So if he sees you pedaling on a trail, he's like, I'll cut your chain off. So
that's funny.
Yeah. So
have you guys thought about coming out this way to like Whistler area too, riding out this way?
I keep telling him that should be our honeymoon. So
I have a friend of mine that did that. Her honeymoon with her husband was Whistler for like a week.
Yeah. I think that's what I'd want for the honeymoon. So hopefully,
Well, when you're
fingers
getting
crossed.
married, I mean,
Um,
get it going.
yeah, if you haven't got a date yet, we're actually thinking of hiring a bike park for us, like stag and hen do.
That's freaking amazing. I can just see your helmet now with like a huge veil, like just popping out the back. That would be so cool.
Yeah, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. So
That's
yeah, that would be the
amazing.
plan. We'll see where we go with that. So we haven't got a date yet, so we're in no rush. So
I mean, you shouldn't rush into it anyway. You've been together for a
yeah.
while, it seems like. So there you go.
Mm.
Practically married.
Um, yeah, I mean, I rushed into my first one and that didn't end very well. So yeah.
Fair enough. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Um, I'm excited to see you progress this year. I'm excited to see you. I mean, you are a kick-ass writer. I've got to say,
Thank
like,
you.
the athleticism of you doing some of these jumps, I'm impressed every single time I see one of your videos. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. So I want to see you finish Enter the Dragon this year. I'm excited for that. Ooh, I'd love to see if maybe we could get someone with a drone out there to like follow you.
Oh, that would
If
be
I
so sick.
come to Unbound, I'll bring my drone.
Yeah. Oh, we got a big line there as well. I don't know if you've seen it. Oh, what is it
Mm-mm.
called? I think it's called Full Monty. It's like a big
Love
black
it.
line at Twisted Oaks, and that's got some gaps on it that are pretty gnarly. They're about the same size as the Enter the Dragon ones, I think, roughly. And then at the end
Yeah,
of it, there's
I'll
this
watch.
massive wooden kicker. It's
Yeah.
like basically twice the height of me. I think it's like 13 foot.
Damn.
I
No.
think it's the
I will
biggest
film
wooden
you guys.
kicker. I haven't
Mm-mm.
rode it yet, so that is another one of my plans to do. I really want to get it done before the event, so I could be like, "Yeah, come session with me." So,
You're towing people in on that one. That's how
I
that's
would
gonna go.
like to. So,
That's
so
awesome.
that would be the plan to get that dialed before May. So,
I'm
fingers
sure you
crossed.
can. You got 3 months, 2.5 months. 2 months? We're almost
And
in March. That's crazy. We're
I
almost in
know,
March.
yeah,
Insane.
we're just waiting for the weather to start getting a bit better because we get a lot of rain at this time, so we need it to
Mm,
be dry so it doesn't run too slow.
yeah, I can understand that for sure.
Mm.
Um, you are amazing. I appreciate you taking the time to come on. I know it's late there in the UK right now, but
That's
we're
not too
getting
bad.
late. Getting late, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna try and see if I can make it work to come and hang with you guys over at Outbound. Even if I
Oh,
just
that'd be
film
so
it
sick.
and interview you guys, do whatever I
Yeah.
can to support it. That'd be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it'd be so sick.
Here I am looking at flights now. I'm gonna look
Ooh,
at flights right now.
that'd be
You guys
so
are
cool.
awesome. Thank
It
you
would be
again
awesome.
for jumping on. And I'm stoked you made time to speak with us. And I hope whoever is listening, go check Tam out on her Instagram. I'm gonna leave all the information in the details here of the podcast. And I believe you have a website too, don't you?
Um,
Or are you
I
developing one? Did I dream
I
that up?
was developing a website
Yeah.
and then I kind of just didn't have time.
Yeah, no,
So
I get
I will
that.
revisit that when things are calming down a little bit, which never do. So
Yeah, no, it
I'll just I'll
happens.
just I'll just make time. I'm sure we're gonna get some rainy days
Yeah.
soon, so I'll have some time at home to do it. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, go follow her on her YouTube as well. She has some really amazing videos that she puts out. And then on her link tree on Instagram, a ton of ticks and trips, I can't talk today. Tips and tricks that she has on there, gift ideas, all kinds of good things. Go follow her. Make sure you subscribe. And yeah, have a great night. We'll talk to you soon. We'll see you on the lines. I guess that's how I'm going to say it. See you on the
Oh,
lines.
thank you. Well, thank you for having me. It was awesome.
Have a great night. We'll talk soon.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.